Here we go again. It's time to start spinning the wheel in just a few minutes. To you, Chatterbox. Thank you for showing up so early and taking care of each other. I always appreciate reading your little comments and seeing what's new. I know there's a lot going on in everybody's lives, and I just really appreciate you coming in and spending a couple hours with us so many times in a row. It is a real treat for me to know you're there. This is Craft Roulette, episode 256. We're almost to hit our 5th birthday, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes. And if it weren't for the Chatterbox and all our friends, we sure wouldn't have been lasted that long. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of this very show, Craft Roulette. Welcome! What is Craft Roulette, you may be saying if you're new here. You guys can probably just say it out loud with me. It is the ultimate original paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday evening. And when we are here, we would love to have you join us right here next to us at the great big wide world of crafting that we set up completely around the world. But just pull up a chair. And if you are not a card maker and you happen to love a card maker, well, we are glad you're here too, because supporting your card maker is a very important part of life. And we appreciate that you do that. If you were enjoying those cards before I started talking, well, those all came from last week's contributions. 435 of them. Whoa, they were good. And so many different varieties. You took February and that little tiny short month of February, which today is the last day of it, and made it all sorts of celebrations and really cool twists and turns the way you used February. I think Lauren Taylor even said, this was a card I made in February. So you guys know how to stretch a parameter. There are 9 videos and there's already 11 or so bonus cards. So we've had a few people with some parameter fever, like Gwen Simmons, who just didn't get enough of those same 4 parameters. She had to make a couple extra cards. Thank you, Amy. And if you're coming back from last week when Amy's Wares was here, we appreciate you coming back. If you are here because you want to meet or see the great, the fabulous, the talented, the smart Therese Calvird, we're glad you're here too. And if you are here for the first time, please introduce yourself and we will welcome you warmly. We have a wonderful welcoming committee. Got a couple things. What do I have for you tonight to tell you about? Well, Mr. Producer made a web video this week. Did you guys see it? He made a video on the website tour. There is a lot. We have craftroulette.live, and there is a lot of public information on there. And he made a tour so that you can see where you can find the parameters and how to submit videos. I don't even know, contributor showcases, all sorts of things. It is right here on the Craft Roulette channel, YouTube channel. So you can see it there if you want to have more information about that. If you have never signed up for our newsletter, we would appreciate having you do that too, because we do try to keep up to date with you without slamming you with too many emails. So we appreciate that. And then there's always Paperganza. Congratulations, Lenine Jesse, on signing up for Paperganza. I was telling Therese that you were just been agonizing. Do I go? I can't go. Things happen. I want to go. I can't go. I want to go. I can't go. It was like a daisy pull. And so I am glad that you just said, I'm going. And I look forward to having you join us in July for 2.5 wonderful days of live Craft Roulette crafting, including some great teachers like Karen Burniston, Tanya, who will be on here next week with Riley and Company. Amanda Stevens is working with us on this, and Tanisa will be there from Trinity, as will Carrie Rhodes. Who did I miss anybody? Karen Burniston, and Pink and Maine. My gosh, yes, I forgot some biggies there. Libby Hickson and Caitlin Anthony. You know them all, and Trinity. You know them all, and we have 3 great glitter fairies that are going to be our helpers. We've got 2 of my friends, Terry Howard and Sue Masner, but I called a young lady down in Texas this week and said, you know, we could really use your help. And you know who that young lady was? One of our very, very good friends of Craft Roulette, Bitty Penny, is going to be there as a glitter fairy. Perfect role for her. So if you have not gone to paperganza.com and checked out all the contents, all the things that we're going to be doing, swag bags, gifts, prizes, games, classes, food, lots of food, live craft roulette, and more entertainment than you can shake a spoonaphone at, please join us in July for our original, ultimate paper crafting experience, Paperganza. All right. So, that's that. Do you have anything, Mr. Producer? He's mute, but let's go ahead and just pull back the curtain and say hi to his hand. There it is, the hand that does all the programming for this show. It does all the things that make the things that go on here, and he makes all the guests that I've ever had say, I want a Steven. I do. So they only get one hand at a time. If you haven't given us a Vinny or a thumbs up, we would appreciate that. If you haven't hit the notification and share, that means a lot to us as well. So please take care of that right now before we get any farther. We have some good spin sponsors this month that are giving away their stuff. They've been doing it all month long. Who are they? We're going to get new ones next month. Trinity Stamps is giving away a $25 gift certificate each week. They're great. I love it. Then a Colorful Life Design. Amy Wears does a lot of videos and such on their stencils. They're very artsy and very pretty. Saw one today that she had made with her hydrangea. It's gorgeous. And Whimsy Stamps is giving away a $25 gift certificate away each week this month. If you send in one of those 435 cards, you will be eligible to win one of those gift certificates. Plus, we always give away a CROG, a Craft Roulette original giveaway. So, what else do we have? Oh, we are not sponsored by those lovely companies. They just give you stuff, which is fine with me. We are sponsored by our members. We have a membership program. You can see it over more information on craftroulette.live, but I want to welcome 5 new members. Heather Sunflower Fields, Sherry Pemberton, welcome back. Tara G., Catherine Say, I believe, and Joanne Brown, or Joe Brown, as she is in the gallery. And I saw Joe Brown's card. I talked about it on a member show this week. So it's nice to have you guys come along and support us so that we can be here live with these lovely, lovely people making wonderful cards each week. Thank you. Mr. Mike is here, looking good. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Mike? Yes, the man of all words and the man of no words. He's still very consistent. Merch, we have merch at craftroulette.live/shop. I got an order today. We don't get a lot of orders. It's like, oh, we got an order today. That's exciting. And Sarah Staroska used one of our stamps today on a video that she released. It was fun to see. So thank you, Sarah. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about. Let's introduce our friend from Australia, the Gold Coast of Australia, Therese Calvird.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for welcoming me back.
Welcome back. Yeah. Welcome back. It's always she was telling me all the animals that are outside her house that I'm just so glad you're safe. All those animals in Australia. Welcome back, though. It is a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I stay inside and make cards, so I keep away from those animals.
I think that should be a stamp. An Australian stamp. Stay inside, stay safe. Yeah, I think so. Make cards, stay safe. So unless you are working with those craft knives, generally you don't get too hurt or burnt with embossing guns or something.
There's lots of things we can do. Oh, how about wax beads? There's actual flames happening under there. I was a bit nervous when I was venturing into that.
All the paper that's around. That's true.
I just think it's like the worst combination for card makers or paper crafters is heating wax beads.
I haven't done it, and there must be some sort of innate fear of such things. Well, for those who have not met you, ma'am, could you give us a little bird's eye view of who you are and what you do?
Well, I'm Therese, and you can find me at Lost in Paper. I have a YouTube channel. I've been making videos since 2012, just sort of always worked full time. So it was just a hobby that I just wanted to make videos and share cards and ideas with people. I've got a blog as well, which is also called Lost in Paper. And I've been doing that since like 2010. I worked for a few different companies over the years. I've done a lot of design work, guest work, and I like making cards. People feel like anyone can do it. I like easy card making techniques and ideas because I think it shouldn't be hard. It should be something we can all enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't make very I let the really good people do what they do. But the thing I have discovered about working with so many guests is they have their little thing that they do, and they do it really well, and they do a lot of it. And so, you know, it's great, though. The internet is wonderful because you can find all these different places. And if you want a little challenge, a new challenge of this or that, you can go there. Then you can kind of go, oh, you know, that was fun for a season. Now I kind of want to go back here. And so,
and you can look at different styles too. Like you don't just, you can, one technique can be done in so many different ways. So, you know, you invest in something like a heat gun, but you don't just have to do embossing with it. There's other things you can do, and there's different ways to do embossing, or there's, you know, there's just, you don't want to just ideally just have one thing that only does one thing. If you can get more out of it, which we always do.
Oh, yeah, we stretch it. So speaking of the last 2 times you were here in styles, your styles are usually floral and very pretty. And the last 2 times you were here, you did not get your choice on florals and very pretty. Yeah. The first one was a robot and a ticket. And you drew a little ticket coming out of the robot's belly. And then the last time you were on, it was a rocket ship that you did. So why did you come back? we're not really treating you very well.
It's so nice. And it's such a fun thing. It's like this, and it's just so much fun to hang out with everyone. And I don't know, it's just, why not? I couldn't say no. Why would I say no?
Well, I think we have a good time, but I'm glad when somebody else does too.
And it does make you go out of your comfort zone, but you still have fun doing it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
I think so. It's fun. You know, it's been a while since you were on. It was 23 when you were here before. Okay. So you may have kind of lost some ideas of what we do. Did you have a question?
I kind of forgot because it's been so long, but I was wondering if you could tell me again, what is craft roulette?
Man, softball. Whoop! There it goes, right out the park. She did great. Craft Chatterbox, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Jackie Jackpot's here. She's from Australia. Aussie. Mr. Producer's over there doing his producing thing. And Therese, you are ready to find out what is Craft Roulette. We'll be right after this. Thank you.
Did somebody ask what Craft Roulette is?
In a nutshell, Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel, and everyone is invited to play along. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. The wheel has 24 spots to land on, but the spot it lands on might not always be a parameter. It could be a special, like guest's choice, a vetoed parameter, or other fun surprises. When you add the infinite creativity of our community and try and calculate the possible options, square the fun, carry the glitter, divide by the imagination, you end up with a near limitless amount of possible projects. Whoa. We invite a special guest on each week to share their unique spin on our challenge. If you'd like to participate, you don't have to create live with us. You can sit back and enjoy the show. Once the episode airs, you have around 50 hours to finish your own project using the same 4 parameters from this episode and submit, so don't delay too long. After your project is ready, take a photo and head over to our website. Use the Submit Contribution form to officially contribute. The form is open to the public and no membership is required. Everyone who contributes will be featured on our website, included in the next episode slideshow, and automatically entered into the next giveaway. When you visit www.craftroulette.live, you'll find all of our past episodes along with their contribution gallery, the current wheel parameters, info on how to participate, a calendar of upcoming guests, links to our spin sponsors, contact and prize claim forms, our shop, and a huge membership platform. But more on that later. And that's Craft Roulette. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your crafty friends who might enjoy it too.
Everyone is invited to join in the fun.
We like to celebrate around here, so before we spin for this week's set of parameters, we're going to look back at last week one last time and highlight some of our community's achievements. And now, back to the show.
That's what we do almost every Friday night, and we would be honored and delighted to have you join us. It is our pleasure to meet new friends and to have our familiar friends. My mom used to say, don't call them old friends, because that's rude. Our longtime friends back every week. It's a real treat. Let's look at that map. 435 pins are dropping into that map, and that means we are up to 51,835 total contributions since we started almost 5 years ago. And you started sending in cards all on your lonesome without us saying, hey, send in some cards. That's how long... It's been quite an evolution, this show, but it's been a delight. So thank you so much for sending in all those cards. We had A2 Valentine color. February was the element, and metallic or foil for random. That was my card. It was fun. There's a National Toast Day, so that's how I took that one, and made a toaster
in February.
In February, yes, a National Toast Day in February, and that was why I made that card. Now I got a quote here from our leading lady, Patty Beck, and I'm sorry your dog's been sick today. What a relief, she said, to have an easy week of parameters. They were easy, weren't they, Patty? And she loved the break, but now she's ready to go back for challenging cards. Well, we've gotten those with Therese before, so we'll find that may be not something we want to do, but we'll see. Let's see what else we had from last week. We had Amy's Wares from West Michigan. That was her card. She went with Toast too. And I was laughing because somebody in the chatterbox said, it was a great comment, but somebody said, I love the texture you get on your toast. And I thought, if you take that line out of context of card making, that makes no sense at all. I love the texture you get on your toast. It's kind of a random compliment that may just be something that I like to say all the time now. But Amy's was wonderful to have you on. Thank you so much. You're a delight and a wonderful asset to the card making community. Well done. Let's invite Ms. Therese to come back, please. And she and I will be going through our parade of achievers. Those are when we welcome our first timers. We have 5 of them. Our mug clubbers. Oh my goodness, I didn't write down your names. I am so sorry. I usually announce them. 6 mug clubbers when we go through the major milestones. Look for the people with 100. And we have 4 new to Club 52. Yay! Plus, we'll say hi and thank you to our leading ladies and our major milestone achievers, 25, 50, 75, and so forth. Are you ready to ooh and ah over these folks? This is on a timer, so I'd like to get their name in and maybe one more thing, and then you're on your own. So, all right. Welcome to our first timers. This is the hardest card you'll ever send in. After that, it just becomes a wild addiction. We would like to say hello to Rachel Smith from Washington. Cute card. Mary Ellen Hill from Maryland. Opposite sides of the world there, or the United States. That's pretty with the sparkle. Carol Ronner from California. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Emily from Australia.
Yay.
Do you know her?
No.
No?
I don't know. What's her last name?
No, I don't know. Kim K from Australia. Do you know her?
I think I do.
Really?
No.
Our major milestone achievers this week are Tanya Nierhoff from Arizona. Well done, Tanya. 25 cards for Laura Hood Wisconsin. That makes me hungry. Pamela M. from New York, 25. Little celebration there. A little happy anniversary. Marcy Serve, 25. Cute little birdies, houses. Gemma B. from the Netherlands, 50 cards. Those are pretty. Vicky Stamped Smiles from Illinois, 100 cards. Here's a mug clubber. Here come the mug clubbers. Quasi Kitty, 100 cards. She's a mug clubber. Pam Kephart, California, mug club. Carrie Millar, 100 cards. Australia. You probably know her. Alyssa Howard, Alabama. Another mug clubber, 100 cards. Jan Farnworth, 100 cards. Whole bunches of ya. Well done. Ronnie from Oregon, 125. Very pretty. Deputy Heidi, 200 cards. Well done and salute. Our leading ladies this week, we'd like to congratulate and go huzzah to Smurf Murphy from California. Such a pretty card. 216 cards. Jackie Jackpot Muller from Australia, 217. You know her. I know you know her. Kathy Herring from Wisconsin, 220. Beautiful cards. 5K Now 6K Lamone coming in with 223 cards.
Wow.
That's sweet. Card Monkey Jarvis sent in 233rd card. It's pretty too. There's that leading lady with 251 cards. Well done, Miss Patty. Welcome to Club 52. Jamie Schlangen. She has a video on this as well. Well done, Jamie. It's so funny. Tina Juan Kenobi from the Philippines. Welcome to Club 52. Michelle Cray-M, Club 52, says welcome. That's pretty. Jenny L. from Virginia. Oh, cold. Very fun. Club 52 is, you've sent in a year's worth of cards. It doesn't have to be consecutively sent in, but you've sent in a year's worth of cards. And we don't give you a sticker or anything, but we do give you a little spot in the gallery to say congratulations, and we think you're great. That's all there is to it. And plus, we had a member show, which is our third show, but it's behind our members' paywall for all of our members, however. This week with Kamado, who invented the Kamado effect, and she talked about how she came up with it and how we just ran with it. And it started with her own Club 52 adventure. So anyway, those are pretty cool cards, aren't they?
I can't believe how different they all look, and they've all got the same parameters.
I know, because we have our own little style, our own supplies.
Yeah.
We've watched certain YouTube videos and not the others. And so, it is amazing every week. And when you were here before, we only had 200 and some contributions back then. Now we're getting over 400.
It's incredible, isn't it?
So
it's just great. It's an amazing show. Congratulations, you and Mr. Producer. It's just so well organized, and everything's like.
That's not my part.
I need a Stephen.
I know.
It doesn't look like he's using his left hand for anything. You only ever see the right one.
He played hockey left-handed, so I bet his left hand's
feeling like he could come over and help me set up, and because his left hand's not doing anything.
He probably did.
I fly first class or business class.
Well, he's not going to do it on our budget then, but I would love to have him come over. I know he would have a good time, but it's that weekly show thing. I think we've missed only a couple of weeks in those 5 years. So, yeah, habit. Just habit. So,
And hard work.
yeah. Not for me. But all I have to do is talk and make stuff. Right now, it's time. We closed out last week. It is time to start thinking about this week. Are you ready? Shall we?
Cool.
Bring in those parameters, sir. There they are. We will be spinning for those parameters with this little old wheel here in just a few minutes, but we always like to give our members a little chance to take one of those parameters off in each column. We call them vetoes. They vote on them in a poll during the week. And this week, what did they vote off for project? I hope it's not your favorite one, because if we land on it, we will spin again, and it means that the wheel will not make us do that particular project. Are we going to get our veto polls? I think he was already checking flights to Australia. So it looks like Card for an Influencer is going to be off this week, and I'm okay with that. I'm always okay with all the vetoes. I don't ever go, oh no, I really wanted to do that. There's so many different things we can do. For colors, what did the members vote off? Toys, 1950s, sunny day, or succulent garden? 1950s. And I thought it was really funny. Cordelia Alderman made a comment about the 1950s as a veto. And she said, wasn't everything just in black and white? I thought that was very clever, Cordelia. For element, what did you all decide to vote off this week? Large flowers? I hope not. Wave, whoa, or get away. Get away, get away. And you're okay with that too, right? The getaway, you say go away, right?
Get away, go away. Yeah.
Yeah, go away. I don't want you. Okay.
Or get away. We do that like a holiday. It's a getaway.
So you could do postcardy kind of thing. You could do a lot of things. We'll figure it out when we get it. For random, what did they say no thank you to? Stencil, feather, diamonds, or fancy closure? Well, very soundly, you said no thank you to fancy closure. So it's off the board. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what I would do necessarily, but we'd figure it. It doesn't mean like it has to be super fancy.
Not complicated. No pressure.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. So this is the time where we offer to you, our guest. Would you like to take something off that old nasty board?
Yes, please.
Okay. What looks like it would make your night better if it wasn't there?
Oh, I have palpitations if you're going to make me make a purse card. It's not for me.
Well, we don't want you having palpitations. That is for sure.
Thank you. Please remove it.
Oh, yes. It's off. It's definitely off the board. So I think you just made some friends,
I've got more
too.
than one, but you said I could only have one. Is that right?
Yeah, you can only have one. We're nice, but not that nice.
Got a couple of runner-ups.
Well, there's always something. There's always a couple that just go, I don't know what I'd do. And that's why. But we only give you one. So even on the nicest days, that's it. If we land on the first number, which says guest choice, what would you like to choose if you get your way? For a project, what would you love most?
I was thinking, because A2 was in last week, which is like my typical card that I make, I was thinking maybe change it up and we could make a square card.
Well, Ardith will like that. Maybe she'll get a card in for us that time. We were just talking about Ardith before the show started, and you said she only likes square cards. So there you go. For colors, well, I do not know which one you would like. I don't have a guess. What is it?
Floral wreath.
Floral. Oh, I forgot that was on there. There you go. Floral wreath for colors. That makes complete sense. And for element, I think I know what you want.
I'm going for large flower. I want to make this easy.
Yeah. You deserve easy after robot and whatever that other thing was. Rain. Was it rain?
I
don't
don't
know.
remember. I think I had PTSD after that one.
And for random, whoa, you want tickets again?
Maybe stencil?
Stencil. Yeah. So you would make a square card with floral wreath colors and large flowers and use a stencil. That would be, I know you'd make a beautiful card with that. I know it. I know it to be a fact. Well, let's see what Mr. Wheels got up his little spindle tonight. Let's give him a warm up. May the force be with us. For project, will we get a square card?
It's on there twice now.
Oh, 24 is an A7. An A7. For colors, we're going to talk about the... Ooh, that was strong there. I had some coffee. For colors, we had 14. Hippie colors. Well, Tracy Fuhrer will like that. For element, what will we get? Far out. Number 17. Islands. Islands. And for random, well, there's definitely flowers on islands. Number 2. Oh, almost got your wish. Wood. Ooh. Okay. I'm seeing some good ideas here in my head. I don't know if they're practical or not, but we're going to take those 4 parameters and start talking about them. But before we do, I'm going to give my speech because everybody enjoys my speech. Okay, everybody can run out and get a drink. But this, if you have never gone through my speech before, please sit and enjoy this. This is going to be your art project if you choose to play with this. This is a challenge. And those 430 some cards were people that are just sitting in their craft room or their living room or wherever. And they decide to go, I can make something with those 4 parameters. So we say, go for it. We just love to see your expression artistically expressed. And we are not going to be teaching anything. We don't have any plans on what we're going to use or anything right now, or any product in particular that we have to use. We're not going to teach. We're going to talk and chat and make something out of thin air. Your project, if you choose to accept it, it can be very classic and simple. You saw the cards in the gallery that we had in the slideshow and the achievements. Some of them are just super classic. And then some of them are very elaborate. They can have mixed media and all sorts of pastes and all that kind of thing going on. But we're good with whatever. We just would like you to have some fun doing a little craft time. So you can take each one of those parameters and say, like color. I use color a lot when I say it can be very literal. You can say HEY Google. What are a color palette for hippies? And HEY Google could tell you, like Cordelia Alderman. That's
a lot of flowers.
HEY Google Alderman. Hippies could be very rainbowy. They had a lot of rainbow colors and, far out. Tie-dye colors, think bright and crazy. Or they can be highly interpreted. Like if you wanted to say hippie colors and it was Woodstock on day 4, maybe you want to go with lots of mud and browns, and that would be fine. We would be good with it. When you send in your card, there's a description place, and you can tell us why you chose the colors you chose. We're good with everybody sending in a card. We don't have any special kind of, you got to be at this level. No, we're good. It can be your first card you've ever made. You can be any age. We have little kids that play along with us. We've got older people than even I playing along with us. And we just love having you come along and say, I want to do something. This sounds like fun. I'm going to do it. You can include those parameters very big and focal pointy, or you can sneak them in, but all 4 do need to be included. It does need to be handcrafted. It's got to be handcrafted. And, oops, I need to reach here. It's got to be family friendly so I don't blush when I see it in the galleries, because I can't do that. I just can't go there. 1 card per person, and all parameters are quite doable. Miss Therese, I've given you a few minutes. Break them down. A7 in the United States is 5x7 is the card base.
5 by. I was just looking that up.
Well, what is it in Australia?
So it's 105 millimeters by 74 millimeters.
It's 2 7/8.
Ask me how I know.
4 1/8.
I
was
do
gonna
know.
say
how
on
you
my
know.
little thing that I made, the A7 is actually 1/8 inch wrong because I think I inputted the envelope size. I'm gonna paste the link into the description. I've been working on a small little website to help differentiate between the different card sizes and measurements and imperial and metric. So it's that
That's
card
awesome.
calc link. I was showing it to Therese before the show. But the measurement is wrong, I'm pretty sure, on the A7. So that's one reason why I haven't released it.
It's real cool. It's real cool. So I would think, for me, I'm going to make a 5x7. And I think that's kind of, Allie's saying that too. So
127.
you're doing your little calculations there.
Yeah.
But we're, nobody can see for sure. If it's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, we're not going to be able to tell that on a gallery, for Pete's sake. So,
Still the right shape.
yeah, we're not going to be, well, Deputy Heidi may come get you, but she's nice. So that's what I'm going to do, a 5x7. It can either be portrait or landscape, doesn't matter to me. Or maybe you just want to have an A2 and put an A7 on there somehow, like a bingo card. I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. Hippie colors, can you work with those?
Oh, yes. I love colour. So I like the fact that it can either be bright, but you can also get those muted hippie colours as well. You know, they're like got the shades of them are a lot grayer.
Mm-hmm.
That looks really cool. So you could go any which way with that. We can go
Denim.
really bright, like the psychedelic.
Mm-hmm. Right, neon-y kind of.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, you
Neon.
can go total Grateful Dead with denim and rose colors, or you can go Sgt. Pepper's and with bright rainbow kind of psychedelics. You're right, anywhere you want. That's what we mean when you can take it and it's your interpretation. It's however you want. It can be that. I think this could have a really pretty gallery. Islands. What comes to mind on the islands?
You can either use that to influence, like you could use, I'm thinking of an island, obviously. I kind of always think of tropical island, maybe somewhere with a swim up bar. Yeah, 'cause and umbrellas.
Yeah.
But you could also use island elements too, like palm trees or,
Large flowers.
toucans or, those sort of.
Jespy's just said kitchen islands.
Oh,
Absolutely.
That's very clever.
There used to be a dessert called floating islands in the 50s. I don't know what it was. It was like meringue in a puddle of stuff.
Kitchen sounds like work.
It does sound.
Dessert sounds good.
But there's some pretty cool pop-up kind of things that Karen Burniston has with kitchens. So,
yeah, that was.
So you could do a kitchen. Yeah. No Man's an Island. You could use it in your sentiment somehow or other.
True. True, like a holiday kind of getaway sentiment maybe, or
just multiple
postcard.
men. You could have multiple men and say No Man's an Island. I don't know how that really works. And I just saw in my email the other day why Australia, I wish I'd read it, why Australia is considered a continent, not an island. And I thought, I'll get back to it. I never did.
Is it the size?
I would think so. I would
I
think
don't know.
so.
Someone could talk to the HEY Google and let us know.
And let us know. Yeah.
I can't speak it out loud either.
Yeah, because they answer. So islands can be all sorts of things too. I think that'll be fun. That'll be pretty.
It has its own tectonic plate.
It does have its own tectonic plate, and that's what makes it
It's geographically
Continent.
separated from other continents. So
Perfect.
Oh.
I knew that, but I had to look up the word tectonic because I couldn't think of it.
I like it. Susan Binstead says maps or sea charts with islands on it. That's a really good idea too.
Yeah, like a treasure island.
Treasure island. Yeah.
So
Yeah, you could take it just
treasure chest.
a little more literary type thing. Yeah.
Hmm.
Book titles.
So now you're confusing me because I had an idea and now I'm
Yeah,
confused.
that's just fun.
Now I've got two ideas and that's a bad thing.
Oh, no. Thousand Island dressing. You could make a salad. And then wood. Wood is one of the more popular ones for our guests. So wood grain, trees.
Yeah.
Where does wood come from? Yeah.
It's kind of easy.
Trees. Yeah. That shouldn't be too hard. So are you good? I think you're already working.
Making a card base.
Oh, okay. All right. Ellen Jarvis says
I
wood
have
stock.
one ready to go.
So okay. So if you had a hippie, you could have a hippie with some island color with a palm tree and at Woodstock. There you go.
That's got everything.
That's got everything. All right. Well, I think we're going to be okay. Are you comfortable?
Oh yeah, I'll work something out.
Would an
possibly go
Easter
wrong?
card work? There is an Easter
Island. There is an Easter Island.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know why it wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Philippines. Tina One Kenobi can use something from the Philippines. They're islands, right? So Hawaiian Islands, we could go over for a field trip.
Sounds
Not
like
tonight.
fun.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do this. I think this will be a fun gallery. Let's do this after we hear a word from something about us. Gotcha. We'll be right back. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Once upon a time, in a land of glitter and glue, there was Mary, who had lost her crafting mojo. Desperate, she called the one person who could help. Doc! Mary asked for one of Doc's brilliant inventions to save the day. Doc sprang into action, her lab a whirlwind of creativity. With a cry of, "Great Scott!" Doc unveiled her masterpiece, the Craft Roulette Creative Companion. She called Mary, and with a touch of movie magic, handed over the book. Mary was stunned. The book was incredible! Out of nowhere, Biff appeared to cause trouble.
Give me that book, blockhead!
A flurry of stamps sent him packing. Mary quickly explained the wonders of the book, showing its many secrets. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a project sketchbook designed to accompany creators along their journey through Craft Roulette's weekly challenge and its many adventures. Use it as a project planner, an idea bank, as a journal, or any combination of the three. Each spread has room to record all the essentials of the Craft Roulette Challenge. There are 100 spreads in each book, plus some extra room to sketch and make notes. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a collaboration with Trinity Stamps. To get yours, check out the video description for more information.
Mary, let's get back to the craft. Yeah, let's get back to the craft, Mary.
Sound a lot like Doc, don't I? Yeah, there's my little craft companion. Right there, Craft Roulette Companion there. I was like, what is the name of this thing? I do like it. I designed it so I could keep track of what I do on the show, but also to keep notes from the show, because I do watch the show the next day and I read your comments, and you guys have great comments, and so I will come back in and do different notes based on what you say. And then will I ever use them again? I don't know, but it helps me learn and I enjoy it, and I enjoy my book. So now I've got a little scrapbook of all my things. So yeah, Mary. Mary. Who am I? I've got some little Santa Clauses that are...
Therese, are you ready? Because I'm going to bring you back in. You're not in yet.
With some palm trees. And I've got a 5x7.
I think she's ready.
Miss Therese, are you ready?
Yep. Sorry.
She is ready.
I was going to say, I could see her making her card, and I didn't want to miss out on that.
I've got a 5x7 base, and I've got some wood grain here. This is apparently like a card front that I started once upon a time. I found it in some scraps. So I am going to use that and then do something with Mr. Santa Claus with some hippie colors. What are you thinking?
Oh, how cool too. I like that Santa. I like
I do too.
Happy Santas, surfing Santas.
Because you probably have surfing Santas in Australia.
We invented them.
Yeah, there you go. I think you did. Fair enough. Well, tell us about what your plans are.
I'm going to make a card.
That's
Apparently
a
it's
great
going to be
idea.
5x7.
You are off to the races for sure. And you got
I know, I'm
some
all over it.
palm trees.
So I figured palm trees, islandy. I haven't used these stamps in a while, and I saw them. I was kind of flicking through them this morning when I looked at some of the parameters. I thought,
Yes.
if I don't get flowers, what else have I got? Which is so, and I just saw these and I thought, oh, I haven't coloured him because this little fella, what's he called? Big Bear and Bird. It's a waffle flower.
Oh, nice.
Really cute. And I thought, oh, you look so cute. And then palm trees. I'm going to make a scene.
Perfect.
I'm going to make a scene with him, an island scene.
Is it going to get loud?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Try and keep it
good.
easy, simple. Oh, you're already colouring.
Well, I like to get a jump on it because I'm not sure what you're going to do. So I kind of get a jump on it so that, but I'm not doing anything fancy.
Nothing fancy?
Nothing fancy, honey. No fancy closures around here.
Has anyone got any cards done yet? Because I know how fast
There's been
they
one
are.
in.
There's already been
submitted.
one?
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh,
amazing.
those overachievers.
And then I
Sometimes
just will
they-
warn you, I go very quiet when I'm colouring. So
Well, I go loud all
it's the only time I'm quiet if you ask my husband.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
It's like I'm
Well-
concentrating.
Oh. I do have some questions for you from our members. So when you're ready, you just holler.
Oh, go for it, because
Well,
then it gives me something to talk about while I'm
okay.
going silent.
Okay. It's not like you can't talk. It's just that you.
Oh, no, I can't. I can't think of what to say. But if you ask me a question, I should be fine.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect, actually. So these look kind of tie-dyed, these little trees, don't you think? They're already looking a little tie-dyed, and so that's kind of hippie-like.
There's no toast in sight this week.
Kind of a mistake, but I'm in for it. I gotta change my.
Did you pick the wrong colour?
You did?
Don't you hate that when you pick up the wrong colour? I picked up a ink blending tool yesterday, which was orange and green, so the wrong one. So I started ink blending green onto orange, which didn't go so well.
For you?
No, not so good.
Was it Therese brand?
Moment.
Oh no.
Not my best moment.
Oh, no.
No one else has ever done that.
No. Or the other favorite one is when you put a stamp that has black ink in it in a light yellow stamp pad.
Oh, yes.
That one hurts, doesn't it? Yeah. Just for that moment. And you go, it's going to be okay. But it's just that first initial, oh, no.
Then you've got to deal with it.
You do have a little dealing.
But we can fix most things.
But it's not a fun thing. Yeah.
It's not world ending.
No.
Close to, but.
Close. Yeah. Close enough.
I know.
So do you as far as your supplies go, do you go on benders? Like you use one thing over and over for a while and then forget about it for a couple years, or?
I think a lot of us do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, it's more like a technique bender for me, though.
Okay.
Because I have a few things in my room, a few supplies. So,
and
I do like to use some of the older stuff, but sometimes I just don't have the time.
Right.
Like when not, because I'm on a couple of design teams.
Mm-hmm.
That can sometimes feel like you need to do that stuff first with the newer thing. But I like to put some of the older stuff in with it as well, because need to give it some love. But yeah, mostly it's more like a technique bender. So once I sort of get an idea on something, I like to kind of try and keep pushing it a bit.
We get go on parameter benders around here, where you just it just keeps popping in. You may not intend to use those parameters. Yeah. It's just all of a sudden, whoa, I just did it again. That would have worked for this week. And,
but it's
it's fun.
Out of sight, out of mind for me. Like if I have got it tucked away, I just forget about, until I see something that remind me, I haven't done that in ages. And then all of a sudden that's all I'm doing again.
So when people come to your channel, what kind of videos do they find for the most part? Are they technique, or what would you?
It's mostly, I would say, mostly technique, and often it's, I like to do same but different stuff. So if I'm doing, I'll give a few ideas for the same thing rather than, or a few ideas. So when I do a same but different video, that's more like, it might be a theme. So it could be like wreaths, or it might be a colour combo, or it might be a tool and, a few different ways to use that. Or so rather than just one thing, and it gives you a few cards in one video as well. And they're a little bit sped up. I mostly don't make my videos too long because I know time is precious, and I really appreciate when people, spend some of their time with me. They choose to watch my videos. I just think it's
Right.
awesome. And the other thing I've been doing is some lives. So I do lives sort of every 2 weeks. It can be a bit hit and miss depending if I'm away or working or there's something else on, but I'd love to do one every week, but it's just I just haven't had the time.
Mm-hmm.
That word takes time.
It's habit.
It's not just the hour that you spend on, it's all the prep stuff and that, and everything can take quite a few hours. And
yeah, if you're doing those kind of teaching kind of deals and several ways to do one thing. Yep, I hear it. I would imagine it takes a while.
And I want to do it, I want them to so people can get the most out of the videos. So it's better off not to rush something and then give them something that's half prepared. It's better to have something that they're going to get some value out of because, like I say, time is precious.
Yeah. Are you still working as a nurse?
I am, yes.
Part-time, right? Or
part-time now, yes.
Part-time, mm-hmm.
It's just been so nice for life, having... But you forget, it just, I don't know where that extra time went to.
No, it's real mysterious, isn't it?
It's like, I don't know.
I thought I would end up with all sorts of time. Yeah, no, it just vanishes.
Yes.
I was asking Therese before we started if she gets lots of snake bites and things in there, because you're an emergency room nurse, correct?
Yes, I am, yes.
Yeah. So, but you said you don't have the venom, anti-venom.
We have the venom, yeah. No,
yeah, you have the venom. That's where you go to get the venom.
Well, we did have a snake try and come into our department once through the back door. It was that leaning at the back door of the department, tapping on the
Don't talk about your boss like that.
It's true. It's so true. And there's video footage of it. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, this snake was up, like how they set up, just tapping on the door. So it must have been whether there was insects on the glass and luckily, because it was one of those self-opening doors, luckily it didn't.
No kidding.
Open, because that would have been a bit awful.
That would be.
I don't know if that was a venomous snake, that one.
There are snakes in Australia that aren't venomous. I thought they all were.
Oh no, we've got lots of them. We've got lots to choose from.
I used to do a thing with kids theater, and one night the main door, the parents were starting to come in to pick up the kids from rehearsal, and the main door there were two skunks right outside the door fighting, and so we had to direct them away from the door. It was no, don't go that way. Because doggone, those things smell bad.
Do they? So I wouldn't even have a clue as to, because we only ever saw them in cartoons and stuff.
Oh, they're bad.
And with the smell, and the smell,
awful.
Does it stay as well?
It does. It lingers. If your dogs get sprayed, you have to wash them. So they
spray, do they? Okay.
Yeah, they spray. They have very poor vision, and
so they get frightened.
They're not real. They just react, and that's just who they are. But man, do they stink. And in the fall, they tend to spray in the fall, it seems like, because if you're driving in the country, you go from you kind of go in and out of smell. It's not pleasant. It smells like rotten, like if you're not brewing, but roasting coffee beans. It smells a little bit like roasting before they get good, or they're still stinky.
Well, I don't drink coffee.
It's oily. So I had to
Early
look this up.
iPhone.
Yeah, I had to look this up because I had heard this before and I didn't want to say something that was just, some weird thing that you read on the internet. But it says that skunk smell is something humans can smell at a parts per billion like concentration, so we can smell it at when it's very faint. Where other smells, we smell it at like a parts per million concentration.
Oh.
And so it's kind of like we smell skunks smell the way dogs smell all smells kind of thing.
So we're
So
pretty sensitive to it.
Yeah, we are really sensitive to it.
We were driving one time and there was a skunk that was freshly hit. And we had a dog in the car. It was Buckley. And he was a hound dog and he had a very sensitive nose and he just about lost it. It was obviously, he was in pain from the smell. It was poor guy. We got out of there as fast as we could, but the
Sounds awful.
smell just stayed with us. But yeah.
So, and it was like it had been, it was like roadkill, was it?
Yeah.
Or had it just,
Yeah, it was roadkill. So I know. He
They
probably
actually
would
look
have been
quite
nice.
cute. I don't,
They're adorable. They're adorable with their little
I wonder
black
if that's not bright
whites.
And they waddle.
White. They waddle. Yes, they do.
They don't bounce
I got a
like in the
cat that
cartoons.
waddles.
No, they don't.
My cat
bounce.
waddles. I reckon that'll be better. I love this about alcohol markers. You can just go over the top and change the colour.
It's very handy, isn't it?
Yes.
Well,
I was
I
just
got to
thinking it
tell you a
wasn't
little
very
bit
hippie.
some American animals. That's fun. They aren't poisonous or dangerous, but they sure stinkamus.
Stinkamus.
How's your little? Oh, what is that little? That guy's got a tummy.
I know.
He's been eating lots of coconuts.
Big bear. Been...
Well, Andrea Batz-Latson asks, what is your favorite paper to work with, and how do you decide which one to use for each paper project? I'm going to step in my closet and cut this little guy out because he's got some inner stuff, and I don't want to, if I can find the dies. But maybe I can't. I'll cut it myself.
For me, my go-to paper is pretty much, I've been using the Nina Solar Classic Crest Solar White.
Mhm.
And the reason I use that is because I get really weird about matchy papers. It's got to be matchy.
Okay.
And they have an 80-pound version and a 110-pound version.
Mhm.
The other reason I changed across to the Nina was because the products that I was working with created in the US, so a lot of them are aimed at, like in the old days, the embossing folders were actually only made for an A2 size card. So that was what you had to work with, and then they never fit on the imperial size. We call it A7. Is that? Oh no, not say A7. C6. I can't remember the size, but the C's the envelopes, isn't it? But
It's tricky.
Yeah, but and it works for a lot of stuff. Like it works, Nina's good as a card base. If I'm colouring, I like to use the 80-pound, or ink blending. I find it's more forgiving than the heavyweight stuff. I think the heavyweight stuff just sucks up too much ink, and you tend to fight it too much, rather than.
Now that's going to go in my creative companion. That little tidbit right there. That's a really good one. So I didn't realize that. Probably somebody's told me that before, but I didn't notice.
It's very annoying fighting with cardstock, so it's just easier But there are some awesome cardstocks out there, and it's just a matter of finding what works for you and what you've got available to you, because not everyone can access the Nina. Another one I've been using recently is from Crafty Critter, and their white cardstock, it's actually quite a bit whiter. You see there. But this one you can ink blend, alcohol marker colour, and you can do some watercolouring on it. And that comes in, and you can use it as a card base as well. So that's been, I've been playing with that quite a bit lately because it's so versatile. But I have both ready to go. I find it's easier just to have them cut ready to go.
I'm going to tell you a sad story. I read a sad story from Michelle Lupton, our friend from Australia. Today, she got the wrong Nina paper.
Oh, I hate that. That's that really thin one.
She got, it was like natural or something instead of the, and I just want to have a moment for you, Michelle, because that was sad.
It's the, what's it called? Cover or?
I don't
cover?
even know, but it was, I knew that she, I know you guys wait a long time to get your stuff, and it's expensive to get things sent to Australia, and that must have just been really heartbreaking. So,
I feel for you too.
Send your
Shame.
card
She lives
stock,
too far
your
away.
card
She's in Melbourne.
bases.
I'd loan you some, Michelle. Just pop up and get it.
Send your card bases to Michelle Lupton. Which weight paper do you want? I don't know. That would be so disappointing, though. How long do you usually wait for an order, do you suppose, from the United States?
Well, we can get, I buy mine in Australia.
Okay.
But it's not cheap.
No.
I don't, because by the time you pay for postage from the US, it's not much. I don't know. It's just, and paper doesn't ship particularly well if it's not packaged right. So I've had it come where the corners have been bent.
Ooh.
And, I've only been able to get like one half of the card.
Oh, no. That would be
one half of the card
sad.
stock.
Yeah.
As
that would be very upsetting. Unless you have to do all your projects with bent corners.
Yeah. Well, you can work around it though. You don't.
I've got a new technique for you today. It's called bent corners.
Yeah. You use that to stamp your images on and,
People are commenting about your hole punch for the cutout.
Oh, like a jig, like using a saw. It's a carpenter technique.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I usually just stick the scissors through and cut it. Make my own hole with a pair of scissors.
I've done that
Probably not
too,
as
but
efficient.
I just
Not as
I'll
efficient.
give it a try a little bit, see if that works.
I
wish I could. Yeah, I would have done better. This would have been better to use a die, but I'm stubborn.
I know I've cut him out before. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it by hand.
He's a little tricky because he's got these cutout things. I could have come down through the trees too. But yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, if you're cutting like a shape out of wood, you can use a little drill and drill a hole, and then you get the jigsaw in there and cut it. I think that's what I was thinking when I did that. Well, that works for them. It's going to work just fine for me. I think it's okay.
It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Certain chance of death. It's from, there's something. What is that little dwarf guy in Lord of the Rings? And he says, "Small chance of success, certain chance of death. What's there to wait for? Let's go." But let's just do this thing. Oh my goodness! If you could only, Robin Coquettes asked if you could use just one set of stamps or dies. These are heartbreaking kind of questions. These limiting ones. Which would you choose? Well, I think I know what you would probably choose.
Does you mean style, or do you mean one actual set?
Oh, Dial is big enough for me, good enough for me. But if you have a set example, that would be cool too.
Floral. It has to be floral because I can do so much with that. Is that what you're expecting?
That's exactly what I was expecting.
And I'd probably, if you maybe choose one set, it'd have to be like an Altenew craft a flower set because they are very versatile. Like they often come with the dyes, they come with the stencils, often sentiments, so you can actually get everything you need.
And they're beautiful.
Yes, straight away. You don't have to go for anything else. It's all there. But
well,
definitely. I don't know what I've done with my Duva lacquer. What do you call it? My other thingies, my other dyes. It's all right. I don't need them.
Oh my goodness! I have not mentioned a thing about JD. Oh, Therese, I have the cutest grandson ever. It's Gimli. That's right. Gimli does that quote. But I have the cutest grandson ever. His name is JD, and there's a sub game at Craft Roulette. And if I say JD, they can eat chocolate.
So they're all sitting there.
So they're all waiting for me to tell them how JD is, or at least just say his name.
Well,
so
my
JD
theory
away.
Is you're behind the camera.
He is
She's
doing real well.
She's not going to know if you are eating chocolate or not.
No, I usually don't. But I have during the show. But I have known. I eat it almost every day. He has not eaten chocolate. He's almost a year old, so he has not had any yet.
Yes.
I don't
He'll love it when he does.
We will have videos. You bet. I like this right here, but I almost want him to say bah humbug.
You could do I was just thinking of another idea, like with the hippie colours, you can do like a combi. I've got a few combi stamps and put like a combi in amongst them, some of these trees and stuff. That always goes pretty well together, doesn't it?
I would say yes, but I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, a combi van? No, you don't know what that is?
Mm-mm. Is it like a conversion? A hippie van?
No, so
okay.
combi is a VW. Oh,
okay.
They're huge. They're huge here in Australia.
I hadn't heard them called that. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. That would be a good one.
Combi might be but that's just sort of what we always call it. I don't know.
Cute. I like it.
We owned one for 25 years.
Was it a VW?
A VW combi. We had it was at a Moortown Motors, like an English camping conversion. And it was a split window 1962 combi. It was a beautiful car, but they're a money pit. But really fun. Like we ended up, someone saw it and wanted it. It wasn't for sale. But we hadn't used it for a while, and we ended up buying our using the money to buy our current, like our 4-wheel drive that we do all our camping and holidaying in. So we've actually used that so much more.
Oh, good.
But we did miss it. We grieved for it a little while.
Were those your hippie days? Were you weren't a hippie?
Oh, yes, no.
No, you were not a hippie.
No, I don't think I am. I'm not that exciting.
No, you're too clean. I always said I was too clean to be a true hippie. I don't know, maybe they weren't dirty, but they kind of seemed like they could enjoy not baths. I could be mistaken.
Therese, you've had a couple questions. One, do you still go camping? And two, where'd you get your stamps from?
So yes, I still go camping.
Mm.
Haven't done as much this year because my husband's using the van in Victoria at the moment. And these stamps are waffle flowers. I don't even know if they're old. I used to be on a design team with them years ago. And when I culled out my stamps, I couldn't get rid of these ones because I loved them. And felt like I needed to keep them. But yes, waffle flower crafts.
I colored some waffle flower stamps today. It was a beautiful day here. And so
your weather's getting better?
Yeah. So I stamped a bunch of them and went out on the screen porch and colored. It was great.
Oh.
It was just delightful. And I thought, I think children's stories or something like that are still on the wheel. And I thought, these would all work for that. So I'll go ahead and get familiar with them because there's one with a dragon and there's a doggy and there's a little girl with a cow.
Oh.
And I think that's like Cupid or Robin Hood. There's a little girl getting a smooch. So I just sat out there and it was just so delightful. Waffle Flower is going to be a spin sponsor, I think, in a couple months. We've got
wonderful.
Nina. Yeah.
They're awesome.
They're great.
Nina's lovely.
She is great. She was on the show one time.
She does so much for the card industry. Like she's all about the customer.
I really like her.
Mm.
She is a smart cookie.
Yes, and she does a lot of the designing, all that clever designing stuff.
Yeah, she does she's a clever lass.
Like the silicone mats with the
I love those.
Thingy. You know what I'm saying? With the thingy?
Yes. I speak Australian. Thingies.
With the thing.
Yeah.
The little holes in it to put your paint in. I knew I'd find my words eventually. Is that going to fit in my
those are good. But the grip mats, I love the grip mats.
Yes, she did. Clever lady.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what we're going to put on this for him to be so happy about. Maybe he is just saying holiday. Just holiday. Doc Holiday. Do you have some legends in Australia that I need to know about?
Legends? What kind?
Yeah.
You're talking about
like we had Wild West kind of stuff.
Sorry, Wild West.
Yeah, we had you're kind of have that Wild West kind of thing going on sometimes, don't you?
Well, we have Croc Dundee, don't we, I suppose?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You call that a knife?
Yeah.
I apologize to all the Australians for my accent.
No, that's all good. Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
So that's, like, because they've been around for such a long time. Oh, what did I do that? I took the wrong thing away. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to stamp right on this. Scary. We're just going to make it a Christmas card. An Australian Christmas card.
It looks like an Australian Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Very appropriate, don't you think?
Yes. Took me a long time to get used to, come to grips with making Christmas cards with snowflakes and snowy themes and things like that. I just found that I struggled with that for a long time. It was something I didn't feel I should do. And I don't know, It's kind of a weird way of looking at it. But now I don't care. I just
if it helps. We rarely have snow on Christmas, but we still do snowflake stuff. It's cold here on Christmas, but it's not usually snowy.
But not snowing.
Which is
Choosing
even
colours.
worse in some ways, you know,
Cream.
because you don't have the benefit of something pretty. Look at that guy. He's kind of cute. Does that look hippie enough? I think I'm hippie enough.
Yeah, look at his shirt. Look at his shirt.
I think he
Definitely
looks
hippie.
hippish.
Yeah, hippies wear tropical shirts.
I think it's Jerry
nailed it.
Garcia right there in the hammock. Let's hear it for Jerry.
He looks a little bit like Jer Bear.
He does. Yeah.
I don't know how clean it
fingers.
is. That's all right.
Oh my gosh, I have these out already. I spilled these the other night during in review during Who Done It. You know, we have another show, Therese. I don't suppose it's okay if you've never heard of it or seen it, but it's called In Review, and it's part 2. It's Craft Roulette part 2, and we feature our contributors.
I have. Yes, it's not. It's one of the. Everyone
It's
knows
fun.
about it.
Well, we have a game in that show called Who Done It, and I take one of the cards from the current gallery and I recreate it. Well, I used these little pretty gems from Trinity the other night with another real pretty gem, and by golly, they all spilled in the bottom of my little bin.
No.
And I kept thinking all day, I should just make a shaker card with it. Just make a shaker card with it. But I sat outside instead.
Oh, I love shaker cards.
Yeah, it would work.
Was that
though.
on the wheel? I didn't actually see. Or interactive?
No. Well, interactive is. Yeah.
That would. Oh, okay. Well, that would have worked.
Mm-hmm. Maybe interactive. I don't know. I don't know what's on that thing. I've changed it so
Oh.
many times.
How often do you change it? That's what I wasn't sure, because I was looking at it this morning thinking, if you change this today and it's all new.
I
'Cause it's
change
like-
it. Oops. I change it on Saturday. Change
Every
it on-
Saturday? Or
Every Saturday, it gets a refresh. It doesn't get everything. That would be.
Well, I was kind of
too
thinking, was
hard.
it a monthly thing? Like, and I figured, oh, you're at the last day, even though I'm on the first day of March.
Oh,
You're
that's
on
right. You are.
it. You're on.
I do some seasonal stuff, but
Yep.
yeah, I don't do a whole lot of changing. I used to try to change it more,
Oh,
but why?
and that just gets complicated, doesn't
It does. Kind of loses some of it. I've got a lot in a parameter bank spreadsheet, so
Yeah,
I'll
you
be
just
ready
like
for it.
having fun with it too.
I do like it. We have a parameter committee now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so they've been giving me some good ideas. That's
Oh, that could be evil. Like that would be.
we try to
Not
behave.
so much. It's not so much for them, I suppose, because they don't have, not like you, because you've got the pressure of having to do it on the spot very quickly and in show speed time. But how long is the few days till what day is it? Till Sunday afternoon?
Yeah,
or-
everybody. The open submission is till Sunday at midnight.
Okay.
And then, if you want more time, you can be a member for as low as $5 a month and have till 4 extra days. So, yeah,
That can make all the difference.
it does. I think it is helpful to a lot of folks.
I'm feeling it's a bit lacking because it's such a big. I need something else. What do I need?
You need a little black mat around it, a real skinny one or something.
Yeah, I've already matted. I just want to. I'm building on it. Talk amongst yourself.
Will do. Well, it's real cute. He's got a little red belly.
I know, he's been out in the sun. I could do a sun in the corner, couldn't I?
Tina Juan Kenobi suggests a tropical drink. He could balance one on his tummy. You have a little drink you could put on there for some whimsy.
Something. That would be good. Have we got time for me to
Oh, yeah.
do that? That would
You
work for
bet.
tropical too, wouldn't it?
It really would.
Monstera leaf.
Island drink, yeah.
Monstera. We say Monstera, but they're called Monstera
Really? I don't know.
here
what
on that packaging. So I don't know. What do you call them?
I thought Monstera, I think.
We call them
You say
Monstera.
poinsettia or
I
poinsettia?
think, and I'm kind of feeling like maybe I've just always called it the wrong thing in my whole life.
It's hard to break those kind of habits.
Yes.
It's not.
But the
If you can
fruit,
communicate
has anyone
it, though,
had
it's
the
okay.
fruit from a Monstera? We
As long
grow
as
them
you're
around here.
communicating.
Fruit's quite interesting.
So knowing that you are an emergency room nurse, I have a nurse crafting question.
A nurse crafting. Yes.
What hospital supplies could you use to make cards? You're having a really quiet night. I know you're not supposed to say the Q word.
There you go.
But you're having a really
There's one.
quiet night and you feel like you really want to make a card. What
There you go. See?
you
So
would use?
If I drop any gloves on the floor at work, they go straight in my pocket.
Confessions
can't-
of a
You can't use
emergency
them,
room.
And these disposable blades, they get thrown away. So if they're opened and used for nothing, like nothing that's like cutting skin or anything, I wouldn't wash blood off it and keep it. But if it's a clean one and I know it's just going to go straight into the bin, if they've just used it to cut
I
like a
love it.
dressing or something,
Yeah.
then I'll keep it. Although that one I've had, you don't need very many. That
No,
one
they
I've had
go-
for
Probably really sharp.
years.
Did you say about 1/3 of the people use the extended submission? Someone asked in chat
Oh, there's usually 100 a week, about 100, a little over 100 a week.
that are after the
Mm-hmm.
Sunday cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So that'd be a fourth.
Yeah.
I get that because if you're like me, I'm working all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I work more weekends than I don't. So
Yeah. So if you have a choice of going, okay, I can spend $5 and
Not really.
play this and do something like this, that, and keep the show on the air, et cetera, et cetera. That might be worth it.
So the problem with shift work is you don't have the choice. You have to just be available for it all. So you can't commit to any specific time for every.
Oh,
It's
wow.
really hard. You can't do things like play sports with groups and things like that because you can't always guarantee that you're going to be available
Uh-huh.
for it. So it does. It is kind of life limiting.
Yeah. And so are you PRN? Are you just pick up shifts or?
Oh no, we get allocated them.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I need a sentiment.
Boy, I don't know.
I'm kind of wanting a speech bubble because I love a speech bubble sentiment.
This is
that
not
was
your
the-
typical card either.
I did make a lot of critter cards for a very long time, and I did a lot of work with Penny Black.
Okay.
So they never had a lot of flowers in the. So it was a really good mix because I was with Alton New and Penny Black at the same time. I only did
Oh.
some releases with Penny Black, but I am going to have to do that, But so it was a really good mix. So then I didn't feel like I was just making floral cards all the time because
Mhm.
they have a lot of really sweet critters and Also a lot of images like Mo Manning. Do you know Mo Manning images? So she's
That is a name from my past,
storybook,
and I have seen.
storybook
Uh-huh.
illustrator.
Uh-huh.
And she does a lot of images for Penny Black, and there are a lot of images. So they're really sweet. So I did a lot of that sort of stuff as well. Now, you think I would have been
some
organised?
balance. You had balance in your life.
Oh. And then I think flowers just took over.
Do you grow
As
a
they
lot of
do.
flowers outside, or
What was that, sorry?
do you grow a lot of flowers, or you just draw
No.
and color a lot of flowers?
Nope, I
That's
don't.
fair enough.
My husband does though. He's the green.
Okay.
He's the green thumb.
Ah, perfect match.
I'm not. I'm just looking
Yeah.
for a sentiment.
I really liked the "Stay Cool" that was on that stamp set.
Just
I
do
saw
that, you reckon?
I liked it. I thought it was cute because
Okay.
You don't have to, but I thought it
No,
would
I
look
did
kind of
too.
good.
I didn't dislike it.
He seems
No, I'm
like
just
somebody
getting-
that would just say "Stay
Just get
cool."
indecisive.
Becky D says she loves Mo's images.
Yeah, and they're really lovely to colour as well.
Somebody, I don't, that was a long time ago that somebody mentioned Mo's images, and I don't recall. It's way back in the synapses somewhere buried.
I think I've got ink all over my glass mat. Have I? Did I clean it? I'm going to end
That's
up in
always
a...
a panic. There's a panic right there. That's like the black ink in the yellow stamp pad.
Yeah, and then you bring out the white card base.
Every time. It finds it. It finds the black. It finds the smudge.
Always. I don't even know if I'm on camera here. Sorry, guys.
I do have
No.
another hospital-related question.
Go
Now,
ahead.
yes, because in the emergency room, there's triage, correct?
Yes.
So, do you ever triage your cards? Like after you have made them and you just are looking at them and you're going, there's something wrong with this.
Yes.
And how do you decide what needs to be worked on?
Sometimes I just step away for a while.
Not your patients, but just your cards, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. Cool. So sometimes you just step
And
away.
then come back and you
Mhm.
just review. Look how big this dang thing is.
More,
I should have been
more
blended on
space.
something else. I'm not game to put my panel down.
Oh, it's gonna. You know, one thing you can do is just make a smaller. Here's your secret. Too late now, but just make a smaller focal point. Put an A2 on a 5x7.
This is what I did when you first said it was a A7. The first thing I did was grab an A2 panel and put it on the front and went, oh, damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Unless you did it like
good.
that.
Yeah.
And then you did a sentiment, that would work, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to cut a whole nother panel.
Oh.
A whole nother one.
Oh,
Good. But I do it for you, Mary.
I thank you. We're glad.
I wouldn't just do it for anybody.
Your ink blending's really pretty.
Thank you.
Great colors.
Added some clouds.
Yeah, I like that. Won't this be this will be a great gallery. We're going to have so many fun island kind of stuff going on. We could have sunglasses.
Yes, that's a good idea.
pools. We could have critters. We could have lots of palm trees. We haven't done palm trees in ages since it's been winter here. So maybe you've done them.
Are you officially in spring now?
March 20th or March 21st, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's still a whole nother.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 30 degrees here, which I don't know what that is.
Doesn't sound horrible.
It's hot. I've got the air conditioner on.
It's warm. Okay.
Because once you get under the lights, you wouldn't know anything about this. Once you get under the lights.
Oh, it's hot. We didn't have the heat on in this room because of the lights. And so I would come in here all winter freeze, except on Friday night and Wednesday night. So.
Yep. Because it gets so hot under the lights. You don't realize how much heat they put out until you sit right in them. And I have to turn the ceiling fan off too when I'm because it's too distracting.
Yeah.
And plus it blows away the embossing powder.
That's not good. That's not
But the minute the lights go off, do you want to see something fun?
Yeah.
Okay, Google, turn studio lights off.
Oh, my. Yeah.
Doesn't it make a difference?
It sure does.
Okay, Google, turn studio lights on.
You got good lights.
There she goes.
The monitors also produce a lot of heat. I think that's one of the reasons cats like to hang out by monitors because they're warm.
I think cats just like to put their fur everywhere.
Well, there's that.
I tried brushing them, but they run away.
Oh.
Got one of those special brushes that has the...
Oh, kind of...
sounds terrible, but it's got the blade in it. Like a shredding brush, is that what they're called? It's awesome. She likes it for about 4 goes, and then it's like, no, I've had enough.
Oh, I see. Okay, so 30 degrees is our 86 Fahrenheit. Okay, thank you.
How does that...
That's warm.
Is that warm?
That is warm. Mm-hmm.
It's warm for us because we're in the tropics, so it's not just hot, it's humid. So we kind of don't have to have a higher number in the temperature. It's more about the humidity.
Yeah, we don't have tropic humidity, but we get plenty of it. We don't have 100 very often. We're usually we can be at 70.
It gets pretty humid here.
It does get humid, but not tropic humid. I don't think. Maybe. We'll have to do a study. I don't know. Laura Hood struggling with wood. Well, Laura Hood struggling with wood.
Branch?
If you have wood texture paper, that's going to be something. Or if you have a branch like Therese said, or any kind of tree.
I had a yellow.
Furniture, wood furniture. It'll
that's
come
a good
to
idea.
you. Mm-hmm. It'll come to you. I'm sure of it. So what would your card making world be if you were to have a dream card making world?
A dream card making world.
Mm-hmm. Would you design cards or stamps? Would you have your own line of product? Would you have a retreat for friends to come visit you in Australia? And
I've actually been talking about that idea with a friend of mine, is organising a retreat, because I just love getting together and because no one else talks like we do. No, we
say things. I like the texture of your toast.
Yeah, I mean, no one gets that otherwise. But we get it.
We get it.
We get it. So definitely, like, that's something I've been thinking about doing a retreat.
Uh-huh.
Or is it called a retreat or like a weekend, like a getaway or something like that?
It could
Oh,
be,
that's right.
A retreat's good.
Oh, that's right.
What
Too
happened?
similar.
I missed it.
Change it. That will help, won't it?
I'm trying to think what I could put on this guy's book. Well,
Where's your book?
yeah, he's
okay.
reading a book. What could he be reading?
He's reading the list. It's where he's got his list.
The list.
Write nice or write list or naughty.
He's
nice.
laughing, so maybe it's bad dad
Naughty.
jokes.
Could be that.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
I like the list, though. Nice. Or maybe nice. That'd be easier to write.
No.
I should be able to do that. That makes it even more fun.
Does.
Man, that is a little book.
Where's his tummy guy? There he is. Yeah. I've also
Nice.
been I've got starting to do some classes too, which is really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that.
Not on the internet, but in real life.
Yeah, so
IRL.
they'll be on the internet, yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the reasons why I like the summit so much is the interaction that we have with everybody and just seeing, like, it's like something like this. You can use what you have and make something and use your like, just stretch things and make it work. Imagination.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think there's one, like I just started send out an email yesterday because the card maker one's coming up soon. Have you been to them before, Mary? You're too busy.
No, I especially when they first started, I would check in on them. I still check in on them. Justine's been on the show.
Yep. She's
a
got
lot of
her
people.
and Laurel have the paper
Laurel's been
crafters
on the show.
get organised and
Brandy's been on the show.
oh yeah, she's lovely.
So yeah, and I know a lot of our viewers have gone to them.
Yeah, and that's what I like is you can go and it doesn't have to cost you anything, and you can go to all of the, and you just pick and choose what you want. Like you don't have to, like you say, you can just go and have a look at and if anything interests you specifically, but you don't have to do it all. Because everyone's style is different.
Right. As we can we can testify to that one. I love how many different kinds of ways people do 4 silly parameters. I don't think the wheel was terribly mean tonight. Do you?
No, it's definitely an improvement on the last couple of times. Oh, that'll be all right.
I did write down.
Are you just filling in time now? Are you finished? You're finished, aren't you? You always finish.
I'm fine. Well, I had some liquid glass or some glossy accents on his little glasses, so I can't do anything. Or I'd go inside and do some stuff. There are some really cute ideas. Somebody said for the book, they said banana jokes and bad elf jokes.
Imagine trying to write all that on there.
I know, that's a really small book. But that might be a really cute way you could do that with book spines, at Santa's library, and just make your own. I think that'd be fun. So the first time you were on, you got a square card, and we had pink and one other color plus pops of red. And that was in the old days when we had very limited color choices for everybody. And then you got
Yeah, 'cause
robot
it was
and
actually
ticket.
specific colours, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
wasn't just a theme of colours.
So I like ours. There's a few holdouts that like the old style better, and they can always go back and pick those colors if they want. But yeah. So that was when you made the robot with the ticket coming out of his tummy.
Yeah.
And then the second time you got a peekaboo, first grader colors, rain and edge distress, and you made a rocket.
Peekaboo. What was that? Was that? I forgot that parameter.
Mm-hmm. That was the
I
project.
don't even remember what that
Peekaboo.
would mean.
I think you had a little critter peeking out of a window.
Oh, yep. Okay. It could have been anything
Mhm.
peeking. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Because
now.
we're nice that way.
Yeah.
We're not.
You're always
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we
Try
try.
keep coming back.
But the robot with the ticket was pretty epic. You sent it to me. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I was
very
not
creative.
wanting that as parameter.
No, I would never have been. But the thing about craft roulette cards are so often you make them and you go, I would never have made that on my own, but I sure like it. It just gives you enough structure.
That feels crooked. It's not though, is it?
Thanks, Bev K. I'm glad you love the cards. And I hope you play. I hope you join us this week.
Now I've got a random piece of watermelon.
Fruit.
I'm kind of feeling like it doesn't go now.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't need even.
I think it's
Doesn't
going to
need
be
it.
too much. This
Yeah, I
is
don't
my
think it
problem.
needs
Is
it.
like the more I put on a card, the more I take off. I think I'll just add that. I'll add that. No, it's gone.
It's kind of like when you overdiagnose a patient and you go, no, it really can't have 20 different diagnoses. It's only 2,
If
3.
you put it down there, it looks like he might be. Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah,
Then I was thinking I could put
think
it
it's
in can, but
superfluous.
pardon?
Maybe inside.
Oh yeah.
I think
And
it's
growing in the
superfluous for
trees.
the. It's raining watermelon.
Random watermelon. I think it's very clean and simple. Huge card.
I love it. I think it's adorable, and I love his red tummy. That was a nice touch.
Oh.
Shall we make sure that we did hit those parameters, though, so Deputy Heidi won't come get us?
Yes.
I made an
get mine.
A7, 5x7. Mine is, and I went landscape, you went portrait. I mean, we never make the same card. My hippie colors are just kind of organic. We went with the organic hippies who have their own compost pile in the backyard and are growing organic tomatoes. And then my islands is Santa is rocking in the islands on his off days, on his off months, and with his nice list and checking it twice. And the wood grain is right back here, but there's also wood in the palm trees. So there's my wood. That's my card. I like it. I'm happy with it. So let's make sure you're so happy that you did an A7. Excited.
I did do an A7,
Thank you.
but I did cheat a little bit by cutting a panel and making it smaller than an A7. I only had to decorate that much.
That's
Not the
not
whole
cheating. That's
A7.
being smart. That's just fine. And your hippie colors, how did you decide on those?
Just the bright colours. I was going with like the neon-y kind of bright colours for
Mhm.
the elements. And
Really cute.
island, that's fairly obvious, I think, with
Mhm.
the sandy hills and the palm trees, again, similar to yours. And the wood was just the wood in the palm trees.
Yeah. You might, yeah. Absolutely. It's even
And
got
on
a
the
coconut.
coconut,
Yeah.
is coconut wood? No, it's not. It's just coconut flesh, isn't
It's
it?
a hull. Yeah.
Hull.
Yeah. A core.
looks
A
woody.
COIR, I think is what it's called. COIR. I don't know. Look that one up. COIR. Is that what the coconut shell is called?
And I
I
might
use
just
it
go
in
and have a
word
piece of
games.
watermelon.
It is fiber from the outer husk of a coconut used for making ropes or matting.
Dang. Word nerd.
Oh, yeah. I nearly
There you
didn't get the
go.
Wordle today. That was bad.
I didn't try that one, but yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it's
we
an easy
did it.
one.
We did it. Congratulations, us. And I want everybody to play, so we're going to tell them how to play, and then we're going to come back and find out what you got going on the rest of 2025, maybe, or or closer in the next months. That works too. Well done, Therese. You did it, girl.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Take a breath, and we'll be right back with you in just a few minutes. Stretchy pants engaged. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I've got my stretchy pants on from Hat Trick Smith. Oh, is my camera turned off? Look. Yeah, it must have gotten overheated and turned itself off. Well, I'm still here. There I am. Yep, this little camera gets so hot that we have a fan on it, but it hasn't done that in a while. I guess it was talking about all those hot lights that did it.
I didn't have the fan on all winter.
You can play too. Use those 4 parameters. Family friendly. Send it to craftroulette.live. There is a submit button. Use it. Join us, because then you will be eligible for prizes as well. And we have new spin sponsors next week. You have till Sunday midnight Central Time, Thursday midnight Central Time, if you are a member of any level. So we've got great guests coming up. Looky there. We've got Tanya next week from Riley & Company. She will be here at Paperganza. May Helms will be here for our anniversary show. Looking forward to catching up with her and her angry chicken. Allison Halika will be joining us for a first time. I hear she's quite a lot of fun. I know she makes wonderful cards, and she has sent cards in. It's great to have you every time. Libby Hickson, who will also be here at Paperganza, will be following Allison, and then our friend from way back, Mary Polanco, will be joining us again. Looking forward to seeing them, and I want to see you too. So hit those subscriptions and notifications, and if you haven't given us a Vinny at this point, now would be a great time, and I appreciate that. Let's see what we have next. We have a thank you list for all our wonderful members. Thank you so much. You keep us on the air just by getting extra content. It's a pretty good deal, actually. If you want to know what kind of extra content you do get, you can go to craftroulette.live/support and read all about it. I think Mr. Producer said something about that it's a little out of date, but you get the gist. And he will be doing a video on the member site as well, because there's a lot there. There's videos, there's downloads. Ooh, by the way, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crashers and craftettes, there's a new download that's an A9 card front for members. I'm taking care of my people here. I like those people. I want them to be happy. You make me happy. This week coming up, we have our first gold chat and create on Monday at 6. And then we do have our first Kraz of the month, our Craft Roulette after show. And that is on Friday after the next episode for silver and gold and platinum. Always have a lot of fun on those. Talking things important like parameters. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Still have room at our worldwide craft table, though, so if you want to join us, please do. Yeah, I know what that means. That means I'm going to give away somebody's stuff. So, let me get this stuff out of my way so I can get my little notes here. If you sent in one of those 430-some cards, looks like there's less than that wanted to be in on the giveaway, and that's fine. But you are eligible for some gifts. So we appreciate our spin sponsors. Thank you so much for being our spin sponsors this month. A Colorful Life Design, Whimsy Stamps, and Trinity. You have been wonderful to work with, and I appreciate you a lot. But first, what's the first gift that we give away? A Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway. A handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. It goes all over the world. Let's see who gets that prize. It's the most coveted Gift of the Crafterverse. Pam Veal, she's in the United States. Well, Pam, I will be happy to send that to you. I've met Pam on a Zoom call. She's quite delightful. A Craft Roulette goodie bag is going to whom? If this is out of the United States, I will send you a Krog. But if you're in the United States, I'd be happy to load up a bag for you. And I pack them too. Ooh, Laura Burgos. Congratulations, Laura. There is a claim prize form that will go live right after this spins. And if you use the same email that you sent your card in, that will work. If you use some other email, it won't work. So make sure you use the same email that you used when you sent your card in for a $25 gift certificate to Trinity Stamps. Deborah Norris, you can get your Santa right there. You can probably get your Santa in the palm trees from Trinity with that gift certificate, or something wonderful like the waffle set or the toaster. A colorful life design. Amy's wears Instagram had, it's Amy Beth or something, but she had that beautiful hydrangea in her Instagram today. Fabby Gill, congratulations, Fabby. I talked about your card on the member show and remembered that name. It's a fabulous name. Whimsy Stamps. Who is going to get the Whimsy Stamps gift certificate to close out these wonderful spin sponsors for the month? Do you see your name? Are you getting nervous? Are you screaming? Anybody happy to get some of this stuff? Oh, Max, congrats. Oh, Max, this is your kind of stuff. You'll love it. Max Macias is Mr. Yeah, you'll have fun with their stuff. Well done. And I think you've already sent in a card. I saw your card pop down in the toast. So you are well on your way for next week as well. Use that claim prize form. I may not get to it till Monday, but I may surprise you. You never know. It's a guess around here. Let's bring her back to say goodnight. Any snakes in her? Have any snakes come into your studio?
No, all safe here.
They've got pythons down there. There was a python outside your cat. She has a cat tube outside.
Mm.
Are cats actually,
Yeah.
Are they in danger outside? Kinda?
We've had a snake inside too.
Ooh, sister. But you have pythons. They're big.
Well, they're okay. They've got lots of teeth though. They've got over 100 teeth.
They do?
Nasty bites. Mm.
I had no idea. Well, I've told you about skunks and you've told me about pythons. We both learned something tonight. That's good. And your card was adorable.
Well, thank you.
And I
did add he's holding it.
There you go. Well, that's a good way to put it in. I can see that. It didn't fit around the edges, though, did it?
No, it was the
It
balance.
had purpose.
All
Yeah.
about the balance.
It had no purpose. It was like the sore thumb. But that one makes sense. Well, I'm glad that you think of crafting when you're triaging and making sure that nothing goes to waste. That's very good. What do you have coming up? You said there's summits. Are you going to be on
I've got the
upcoming
summit. I'm
summit?
creating a couple of courses at the moment, so that's keeping me really busy. So that's a lot of fun. I'm also going to be doing some camping, and I was just wondering how I can get over to the Paperganza myself.
It's going to be such an event.
I know.
It's just
I
gonna
thought
be
I
a
might do a
huge
GoFundMe page.
That'd be wonderful. I've heard that it's not a cheap ticket to get over here.
No. Oh, it depends what time of year and where, but yeah. Oh, well, I can only live in hope. Maybe the next one.
Maybe. But we are going to do Craft Roulette live from the event.
Yes, I'm hoping I can.
Yeah, so at least you can watch that. That'll be fun. It's going to be different, but it's going to be the same. It's going to be fabulous.
Same but different?
But it's going to be. If you can come, make sure you do. That's all I can say. Don't miss it if you can.
Oh, I'd be all in that if I could. Anyway,
And
these are my
you
ones.
let us know when you have a retreat too, because I know we have friends in Australia that would
Oh,
love.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
You saw how many we had, and you said you knew
Yeah,
them
I
all.
know.
So
We're a very crafty bunch.
yeah, you're clever. You are clever people. So okay, so you've got the summit, you've got retreats that you're planning, and you're planning classes, and you're still doing you're doing some lives, and you're doing great videos. So
Yeah.
check her out. Make sure that you are subscribed to Lost in Paper as well. She's good stuff. You will
Yeah,
learn
and I've
a
got
lot.
an email if you don't want to miss out on anything. You can, if you go to my blog, you can sign up. There's like a freebie, and if you sign up for that, you'll automatically get linked onto my email list. So I usually send something out about once a week, but if there is a summit, there is always like a group. You'll get more emails, but you can always opt out of them if you're not into that sort of stuff, and just get the weekly ones with the updates.
But if you have a retreat,
When
oh no.
that's what I'm doing.
Well, Aussie.
Oi,
Good
oi,
day.
oi.
Good to have you. Plan a big one on your nog, and we will see you Wednesday for In Review next week. We will see you with Tanya. She's a nut. You'll have fun. Have a great week. Get those cards in. We appreciate you. Night, night. Thank you,
Thank you
Therese.
so much.
Thank
Bye.
you, Mr. Producer. Thank you, Chatterbox.